Could the Weapon Masters of Techadon from Ben 10 solo the Jujutsu Kaisen universe? Let's talk about it. Alright, first of all, shout out to Thanatos for the question today, and for those of you that don't remember or just never saw Ben 10, the quick recap here is that the Weapons Masters are essentially like intergalactic arms dealers, right? They're these greedy guys that develop weapons for other people to use in assassinations or to take over planets, whatever, right? And that basically takes the form of these robots referred to as Techadons. And essentially, you could think of these like Maharaga or like Doomsday. Like, these things can adapt and they get better with each and every iteration. So if something destroys one of these robots, the next robot that's produced will be immune to that thing. So essentially what Thanatos is asking is that if the Weapon Masters sent an entire factory to Earth that mass produced those robots, would the JJK verse be able to do anything about it? Oh, and something else important to know is that the factory that produces these robots is also insanely powerful and is resistant to a bunch of conventional things you might think of to destroy it, right? But we do know that it's not indestructible, because at least the Gourmands from Ben 10 can literally eat the factory, so it does still have its weaknesses. So with all that being the case, yes, I think JJK can easily handle this invasion, because the individual robots aren't going to be a problem. Yes, given like an infinite amount of time, the robots could become immune to like everything Gojo and Sukuna can do to them, but when we take the entire verse of JJK and just the myriad of abilities and capabilities that cast of characters has, both good and bad guys, they have more than enough to figure out what's going on, figure out that this factory is the problem, and find a way to destroy it, right? In Ben 10, you can't even like phase through the walls to get in the factory, but at least Gojo could teleport in, and I'm sure there's a few other abilities that we could come up with feasible ways for them to get inside. Maki with the Soul Split Katana should be able to cut through it. Like, that literally ignores the durability of things by perceiving the souls of objects themselves, so I don't think the factory would just be resistant or immune to the Soul Split Katana, so you should be able to cleave a hole for anyone to come inside. And again, there's just so many different abilities represented in JJK. Somebody's going to be able to take that thing down, even if it's already immune to, you know, purple, right? We get Sukuna involved, the world cutting slash, I don't care what that thing targets, it's cutting it, right? So given enough time, he can eviscerate things into dust eventually, right? Worst case scenario, you've also got Yuki for things like the black hole. So sure, the Weapon Masters might take a lot of casualties along the way, but JJK is going to come out on top eventually.